So usually when a family has a child with disability, one of the parents have to leave their job full-time. And once a person with disability, they are done with the education system, the transition to employment becomes very important also. If they are unable to be transitioned into employment, then you get a double whammy, where there are both parties in a household that cannot be earning income for them. Hello, my name is Shaun, and I run community and partnerships at Inclus.
Hi, my name is Anders. I run the business development for Inclus. Inclus is a social business that focuses on helping persons with disability get gainful employment. We also help them with their independent living. So how Inclus was started was mainly due to two main reasons. I had a student in the past when I was schooling. He has autism, taught him for 7 years. He has been someone that has been very dear to me. Separately, my brother-in-law has autism. As a family, we tried to get him jobs multiple times within a couple of months. We didn't manage to get him to stay in the job. That was quite detrimental to him. There was this time when he came back and he was feeling very depressed. He bought some liquor from 7-Eleven and he got a bit drunk. We were thinking, what's going to be next for him if he's unable to get a job, lead a proper life, and have a meaningful, fulfilling purpose in life. I reached out to Shaun, shared with him my problems. We then reached out to my current angel investor, which is my student's father. And then we sat down together as a team to discuss what could be done better for this industry and for this group of people who are looking for jobs.
When we search for employment for individuals, we do it in a reverse engineer model. We understand what roles do they want, what tasks do they want, and from there we map back towards what kind of talent pool do they need. And through that, we will source for the right people with disabilities to be fitted into those employment roles. We run them through a 1-month training course. It's not just in classroom training. There's a lot of practical elements in there where we can see, are they suitable employees for the employer? It's not just hiring them because of corporate social responsibility, but because they see that there's not just intangible values to their organization, such as higher inclusion, diversity, more purpose in your work, but also tangible benefits to their bottom line.
Personally, I think there's a lot of explaining of disability to employers where they are willing, but they do not know the differences in each condition or their capability. So these are the part where we find it challenging because we have to start from very basic training to explain to them the situation.
The same applies to the community that we work with also. The social service space is traditionally a very conservative and slow-paced industry. So when you get an upstart like us, Inclus, who is inside there and running very different models that say that what we did in the past worked in the past, but it might not work in modern times. So then you get partners who are very reluctant to changes and find it difficult to accept changes also. So this is also for caregivers where they feel that sometimes if what works now works for their child, even though it might not be the best for them, the risk averseness is also high there.
I love what I do at Inclus, mostly the part where I get to not just help the person with disability, but the entire family. Their caregivers and parents can now go back to work once we secure their child with a job. So that helps elevate their financial situation significantly.
The work that we are doing changes lives. There's direct positive impact on many levels for them. And you can see that at the end of the day, after every interaction, you know that you're leaving that conversation where the other party is the better off for it.
From our first training batch, we have this candidate. She was in a job in and out 4 times a year. She didn't manage to stay in the job for more than 2 months. We got her into our training program, we placed her into a job, and 1 year later, she's still currently in the job that we have placed her into. People who went through our program with the support that we are actually providing after we place you into a job, the chances of you staying in the job is definitely higher.
This journey has been very meaningful and purposeful to me because should I have stuck to a job in a different place, I probably would not have been exposed to the daily lives of the people that we serve now. It's through interacting with them and understanding the day-to-day problems that they face that you realize that the problems you have in life are really not problems, and it helps you place a lot of clarity into what is the purpose and meaning you are trying to seek. For me, really, is the long-term future, it's putting Inclus out of business. What we really strive towards is social inclusion. So until the day we have social inclusion, Inclus will always be around for people with disabilities.
So if you are planning to run a social business in pursuing a change in the society, my suggestion would be to think of business first, then the social aspect or the passion. That will help you sustain your business for a long run.
My advice for people who are trying to pursue their passion is that you must always know what was the purpose you have in place. This purpose will be the one that anchors you, regardless of good or bad times, because it's very important that you understand the work that you're doing and the kind of meaning you're trying to effect.